Yo, what's going on, my fellow tamers? Veteran X here, and today let's talk about the grand world of PvP and how to start off into it. This is my beginner's PvP guide. No need for some long YouTuber intro. Let's get right into it. So the first part of this guide is to discuss some of the basic terms that you would need to know to be successful in PvP. The first one is stamina. So stamina is your resource pool for all of your moves. Each technique has a stamina cost that is subtracted upon each use, and they can be used until your stamina reaches 0. If you use a technique that requires more stamina than what's remaining, then your Tem will become overexerted, which means it will take recoil damage and it won't be able to attack on the next turn.
I don't really feel like it.
It is very important to manage your stamina because it allows you to get the most bang for your buck when it comes to utilizing your moves. Next, we'll discuss priority. Priority basically boils down to which Tem will be moving first. So there are 6 levels of priority, starting off with very low priority. There's low priority, normal priority, high priority, very high priority, and ultra priority, aka ultra instinct priority. The priority arrows act as modifiers for speed. Here's a simple graphic on the screen that outlines all of the speed modifiers. Take a quick second to pause the video if you need to. And now, let's chat about holds. A hold is the amount of turns that needs to pass in order to use a certain technique. This system is in place because it prevents players from spamming OP moves over and over and over again. It also helps build good strategy as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is about holds. Pretty simple concept. Let's keep it moving. Next, let's quickly discuss synergy. Synergy can provide additional power or bonus effects to techniques if paired up with certain allies. For example, Crystal Deluge is a crystal type technique with a mental synergy. That means if your ally has the mental type, then you will gain the bonus effect of putting your enemy to sleep, and you get an increase in priority.
That's a lot of damage!
Now, one of the biggest things to grasp for PvP are TVs and SVs. TV is short for training values, and these can be used to manipulate the stats of your Tems. Each Tem can have a maximum of 1000 TVs to spread out, with a limit of 500 per stat. Understanding your TV investment is vital because it allows you to customize your Tems to accomplish the strategies within your entire team. Let's say you want to make your Gialis into a physical sweeper. Well, typically, you'd want to place a heavy TV investment into its attack and speed stat. You can then use the remaining TVs to increase its stamina or HP. And that's just a straightforward example. There are many winning combinations when it comes to Tems and their TV investments. Also, here's a quick tip about stamina investment. Most Tems only stay on the field for about 3 turns, so you don't want to dump all of your TVs into stamina because it can be very wasteful. Instead, you should invest enough TVs that will allow you to use your most stamina draining moves across 3 turns. This ensures that you are getting the most bang for your buck when it comes to your TV spreads. Also, here's a graphic that shows your stamina regain per turn. It's based upon your stamina stat. I hope this helps out when you're planning the right amount of stamina for your Tems. Within Temtem, there are 2 main ways to TV train. One way is through smoothies, which can be bought within the same area as the Minox Mount Shop on Arbery Island, if you have the money for it. And the other way is to simply knock out wild Tems that provide the corresponding TVs that you're looking for. Alright, moving right along. SVs are short for single values. SVs can be maxed out to 50 for all stats. These are largely uncontrollable except through breeding and telomere hacks, but discussing those aspects will take an entire video within itself. For PvP purposes only, try saying that fast 3 times, just know that SVs will scale up to 50 automatically, so no need to worry about them in regards to this video. And now that we've covered SVs and TVs, it's time for one of the most fun parts within team building, which is picking a core or central strategy for your team. So a strategy can be along the lines of synergy, type advantages, playstyles, and more. Ask yourself, what kind of team am I looking for? Do I want to run a strategy centered around certain synergies, or maybe I like to run a stall or hyper aggro team? For example, let's say that you really love the move Lava Wave and you want to build a team around this aspect. Well, Lava Wave also gains synergy when paired with a water type Tem. So a strategy you can use here is to have 2 or more Tems that have Lava Wave, such as Maxion or Hazrat, and then you can pair them with some nice water Tems. Some really good ones are Oshera, Ukama, and Whiplump. Now that you have this basis for your team, You want to also make sure that you cover your weaknesses. As you can see, this example team can be very susceptible to electric Tems, so it'll be wise for you to pick up a couple earth or crystal Tems to help cover those weaknesses. This is only a simple strategy. I have no idea how well this team I made up on the fly could possibly perform. Maybe I'll try it out sometime. I just use it as a way to demonstrate the following guideline when it comes to team building. 1. Pick an idea or strategy that you like. Hyper aggro, stall, or even a mixed hybrid are just a few examples to pick from. 2. Choose between 3 to 5 Tems that help satisfy the conditions of your strategy. 3 to 5 Tems isn't a hard rule, that's just a range that I'm personally comfortable with. So be sure to experiment with those numbers. 3. Analyze the weaknesses your team may have. Remember, no strategy is completely perfect, so it's up to you to counter your weak spots as much as you can. Add Tems to your remaining slots that can help mitigate or completely eliminate the weaknesses in your team. And number 4, spread out your TVs accordingly to help accomplish your strategies and goals. As I mentioned earlier, there are many winning combinations within Temtem, and you can try a variety of ideas and see what works the best for you. So, now that you got your team all set up and your TV spreads how you want them, are we done here? Heck no, brother! You still gotta equip gears to all of your Tems. Gears are modifiers or equipment that your Tems can use to gain significant advantages within battle. If you want to increase the survivability and durability of your Tems, then you can use gears such as Nutrition Bar, Heavy Armor, and Refreshing Diablo. If you want to mitigate or get rid of status conditions, then you can use Chamomile or Bait for that. There are so many great options to choose from, and there's no way I could possibly cover all the gears within this guide. To help make team building easier, check out the website tem.team. It allows you to customize everything about your team, from the traits you want to use, the gears you want to equip, movesets, and even your TV spreads. It has everything in one nice and easy, convenient place. I use this website a lot when I'm team building, and trust me, it's a lifesaver. An important aspect of PvP is the pick and ban phase. Now this differs from many creature capturing video games that you actually get a chance to ban your opponent's Tems that you think might cause a threat to you, or if you want to interrupt their strategy. But be warned, because your opponent can also do the same thing to you as well. So be sure to have 1 or 2 backup plans in mind in case a certain Tem of yours gets banned. It may seem a little daunting at first, but the more times you do it, the more you'll get comfortable with it. Trust me. Happy hunting out there. When you're within a match, try to think 1 or 2 steps ahead of your opponent. What moves do you think your opponent would choose? How can I prevent them from gaining advantage over me? It's also important to get comfortable with switching out your Tems or pivoting. Let's say your opponent is 100% going to use a move that's super effective on your Tem. Well, swap out that Tem for a different one that can possibly survive that hit like a champ. I also have an insanely fast leveling guide as well, and I'll be sure to add the link into the description and the pinned comment of this video. I'll even have a few of my PvP matches linked too, and they come included with my live in-game commentary as well. This guide is meant to be just that, a guide. It's not a hard set of rules or like a baseline that you 100% must do. It's just, provides a little roadmap that can help you guide along your PvP journey, especially if you're just starting out into it. There's a lot of information and aspects to grab when it comes to PvP, and I wanted to provide a resource that can help, new players or former returning players dive back into the wonderful world that is PvP. The best way to learn is to get out there and learn from your mistakes as well. I cannot emphasize that enough. I've learned so much valuable information from my losses and mistakes that I've made within PvP that just made me an overall better player as well. And I have no doubts within my mind that it's going to help you out as well. Once again, my name is Veteranets, and I want to make Temtem content for all to enjoy. And I also live stream on Twitch at Hey Veteranets. I hope to see you over there sometime. Be sure to click right here for some more Temtem content. I hope to see you soon, everybody.